Okay, viewers, Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. This is where we don't see a lot of this, but this is what's happening behind the scenes in the lives of these people that are covert sinners, covertly troubled.
The mother of 9-year-old Charlize Martin, whose body was dumped in a barrel north of Sydney, has revealed she had sex with the accused killer hours before the murder.
Okay, so I've seen this. I've seen this play out. The woman gets a new boyfriend, pushes the children to the side, and if the boyfriend's a nutcase, he'll decide that he don't want the child around. He wants this person all to himself. This is the sort of psychopathic behaviour that's covertly going on amongst these functioning psychopaths in our communities. What you'll find is the lust of these women causes them to neglect their children. Little children, not adult children. There's women out there that are fussing and tottering around after adult children and they've got no right to be. We're talking about little innocent children that have no right to be neglected because of the mother's lust.
Callista Martin has taken to the stand at the trial of her former partner, Justin Stein.
Okay, so I wouldn't say we've got the most attractive specimen on our hands, so she would have thrown herself at this bloke for sure and consequently neglected her child to such an extent she's basically disowned the child, estranged the child to the point where this man's been able to kill the child. You've got to understand the evil going on here.
Broken and traumatised by the death of her 9-year-old daughter, Charlize, Callista Martin told the court about her once intimate...
Now, I'm going to say something here that you might find controversial, but in the heat and the ferocity of the relationship, this woman has become so tied up in this bloke, she's forgotten all about her child. She don't care what's going to happen to her child. She's only cares about what she's going to get out of, possibly, I'd say, sexually or lustfully, this man for herself and to try and keep him around. And if it comes at the expense of the child, I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've seen these women and how they neglect their children for the new boyfriend.
Intimate relationship with the alleged killer, a relationship with Justin Stein that began...
Well, there you go. We've got one picture and it's intimate. The intimacy to her was more important than the child, believe me.
In jail, writing letters in custody. She told how the pair stole firearms.
So the relationship started in jail. You know, once you start digging under the surface.
From a Blue Mountains property in 2021 before he showed her how to discharge them. And in the hours leading up to Charlize's death...
You think that little girl deserved to die? I don't. Just an innocent child at the hands and the mercy of the lust of a mother.
How they'd taken the drug ice and had sex.
Okay, so they're on ice and having sex. That's a ferocious form of sex. Can go on for hours and days and months at a time. It's called self-trashing through lust. But you add ice to that and you've got yourself a very ferocious, intimate situation that people abandon all responsibility to engage in. They become addicted to the somatic behaviour, the sexual behaviour and the drug behaviour. You can't say this woman hasn't been negligent.
Crown prosecutors homed in on January 12, 2022, when police say Stein shot Charlize and hid her body in a barrel. I said we should go to the police. He said no. She told the court Stein came up with an elaborate kidnapping story to explain her daughter's disappearance. He said he was going to war.
Viewers, would you go to the police if your 9-year-old girl was missing? Of course you would. Of course you would. But this is the extent and lengths that these people will go to get off the hook.
Or if goes down and people get hurt, and probably try to get rid of some evidence. 6 days later, she was told by police they'd found her daughter's body at Stein's parents' Mount Wilson property. Callista Mutton gave it most.
Just let me say, it doesn't look like the parents are poor. Have a look at that property. So a lot of these people are grandised children, and they lose their way because they've been grandised, and they become psychopathic and narcissistic and all that other sinful stuff when they get out in the community. I've seen these on the building sites, these people.
Body at Stein's parents' Mount Wilson property. Callista Mutton gave most of today's gruelling evidence through tears, and prosecutors still have plenty more questions. She'll be on the stand all week. Stein is expected to accuse her of killing her daughter, not him. Tom Saker, 7 News.
And don't be surprised if that's true, viewers. I'm telling you, in the heat and the ferocity of the drugs and the sex and the new boyfriend and all that, these women will, as we can see in this story, do it at the expense and the lives of their children.